Prices are down, listings are up, but McLean isn't crashing. It's just 1 month. Let's take a closer look at what the September numbers mean for McLean, Virginia on the Foundation Report. I'm Eric Fafoglia with the Strong Foundations Group of Corcoran. I help buyers and sellers make complex decisions and feel confident using my education-first approach with my 128-step buying process and 208-step selling process. All right, this month I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm also using month-over-month data as well as the year-over-year data I've been sharing with you in the previous months. All right, let's talk about median sales price. McLean's median sales price for September was 1.13 million. That was a 28% decline over last month and a 14% decline year over year. But before you jump to conclusions, it's not that we're seeing a crash. It's just that what is selling at a lesser price point. We saw fewer high-end and the ultra high-end properties sell last month, and so of course our median sales price for the month of September was lower. So it's less about the home values that are selling and more about the mix of inventory that is selling. Homes are taking longer to sell. It's taking on average 25 days for a house to sell once it gets on the market. That's pretty much flat from last month, but it is more than double than what we saw last year. Buyers have more time and they're using it. Can you blame them? Sellers ended up receiving 96.4% of their original asking price once they sold. That's up slightly from August and slightly down year over year. This doesn't mean that every buyer is sending out lowball offers. It just means that they're looking to pay the price that they feel the home is worth. And when pulling comps, they're finding it's worth less than what some of these overzealous sellers are listing the home for. Inventory is definitely up. We saw a 12% month over month increase. We saw 94 homes total hit the market in September. What's interesting is that active homes on the market is actually down year over year by about 23%. We have 336 active listings on the market in McLean. And so relative to this year, we saw less closed sales in the month of September at 68, which was down a little bit, 5% or so from August, but it is up 13% year over year. The month supply is sitting around 5.8%. And while a lot of the stats I've been telling you make it seem like it's a buyer's market, 5.8% or 5.8 month supply is actually more of a balanced market. New construction sales also slowed down. We saw 8 total speculative sales last month, which is down 12% both month over month and year over year. And that really falls in line with what we're seeing across the DMV. So what's the key takeaway here? Well, McLean data does look dramatic in September, but it's really just a shift away from some of the ultra high luxury sales happening in September. So maybe some of them are gonna pop back up here in October, but we didn't see very many of them in September, thus dragging down a lot of our price data. For sellers, this is like always the season to stay sharp and price appropriately and meet the market where it's at. This isn't the time to shoot for aspirational prices, especially once you're on the MLS. It's always still about pricing the right way, prepping the home correctly and staging it possibly, or with your furniture, making it look like it's staged and marketing the hell out of it. Your agent should be sitting down with you, giving you clear expectations of what it's gonna take to sell, how long it's likely gonna take, and what your house should sell for. And for buyers, this is arguably one of the best negotiating markets we've seen in a while in McLean. There are definitely deals to be had out there. And don't go ignoring these houses that have been sitting on the market. That's a thing buyers tend to do, is they see some days on market or that it's been sitting and they just stigmatize it in their brain right away. There are gems out there, and maybe it isn't presented the best in the photography, or maybe it's priced too high, but get in there and check it out, because you might find some diamonds in the rough that you can get for a better price and then make into a really great investment long term. So we're about a month into Q4 here, and I'm going to be watching closely as we finish out October here and head into November and December, where things tend to slow down due to the holidays. But the nature of this year has been that it does not follow typical seasonality we see here in the DC market. So it could be a shock, right? Rates are now sitting around 6.13%. So they've continued to drop this week. And if they continue to dip, maybe we see another spike in buyer activity. I believe that if you're trying to make a strong decision, it starts with a strong foundation of knowledge. And of course, I'm here to help you. If you want to chat more about buying or a strategy for listing your house this year or next year, just reach out. I'd love to help. I'm Eric Fafoglia, and I'll see you next time on the Foundation Report.